What's up, guys? Scavenger Reviews here, and I am watching Halloween from 1978. And, you could say I'm a Michael Myers fan. I'm quite fond of the guy. Seen some of his movies here and there. You know. That's my glasses. Hope it looks like a knife. Um, but yeah. Uh, so I actually got the Scream Factory set. Not the set, but I bought the movies individually over time. And this is going to be a sort of two-part review. The first part is the movie part, the interesting part. Well, the first part is really going to just be this little preamble of like the explaining what I'm doing and stuff like that. And then I'll get to the interesting part, I swear. And then the second part, or third part, will be the actual box review. Because, yes, I will find a way to talk about a box. And, let's get in. Oh, wait. One more thing. So, getting into this, so, preamble, I have seen this movie before. I've seen all of the Halloweens before. None of these will be first time viewings, but they will be second time viewings. I've actually only seen, all of these movies once, except for, of all things, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, I have seen twice. I actually have a review, and I will link that review right here, or right here. I think it'll actually be on this side. And, oh, one last thing. TV footage. So, I've never seen the TV footage of this because apparently during syndication, this had completely a different, TV footage exclusive look. So that's pretty neat. So that's what I'm going to watch right now, and then I'll jump right into the movie. And, yeah, I'm gonna let you go. Okay, so not even like 5 minutes in. Like, what are we? Like, okay, 6 minutes in. 6 minutes and 40 seconds in to this like little bonus thing, okay? Um, okay, hold on. Let me start over. Okay, so this is a TV version, footage. I wish you could have it just integrated into the movie. That'd be cool, but like whatever, I guess. Anyways, what is this? Sister, 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 sister. For years now, I thought that it was the second movie that established that they were siblings. Okay, because I thought that was like something that like John Carpenter hated because like the studio made him do it and it ruined the idea of like pure evil, and blah blah blah. And like you didn't need to have an explanation for the evilness. And it's like, what? This was an idea. Is it? Am I getting aliened right now? Okay, so like in Alien 1979, right? And then go to Aliens 1986. Aliens 1986 was the first time that Ripley saw a nest, except actually, no, it wasn't. Technically, retroactively. If you watch the director's cut of Alien 1979, then when you go back, there's a scene where she finds Parker. Yeah, Parker. She finds Parker, like cocooned into the wall and like having like a nest built on him and stuff like that. And he does like the line where he's like, kill me, blah blah blah. But like, am I getting aliened right now? Because in the second Aliens, she's like, what is this nest? I've never seen this before. And if you watch the director's cut, it's like, bitch, you lying. Anyways, I for years, before I had even watched these movies, because I didn't grow up watching these movies, mind you. For years, I had thought that the consensus was that John Carpenter hated the idea of them being siblings. Now, I'm guessing this is technically the TV version, not like the official version. So is this like Is this like that? You know, it's like a director's cut type stuff, but it's not the director's cut, obviously, it's the TV cut. It's it's just like, so the idea was always there to make them related, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I thought that ruined, like I said, the perfect, evil, blah, 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 blah. Huh. That is, that is a revelation. You lied, by the way. Internet. Okay? You lied. I have never once heard this. So here I am. Here I am putting this out because I have watched video after video after video after essay after essay after essay, you know, of these movies. Each one of these movies I've watched like reviews on, videos on, lore explanations and stuff like that, and even behind the scenes. So it's not even just like only strictly canon stuff. It's like behind the scenes stuff. I've not seen a single person, and it's not like this is new. This is like, are people choosing to ignore it? I don't know. I don't know. It's blowing my mind right now. It's blowing my mind because I've never once heard this fact. That in Halloween 1978, the TV cut, the TV version, additional footage, is established that Michael and Laurie are siblings from the get go. Also, this feels very based on, well, not based on, this feels like what Rob Zombie's take on the Halloween movie was based on. How you have like a lot more scenes of, kid Michael and stuff like that, and like Loomis taking it, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, getting some very, you know, future retroactive Rob Zombie feeling vibe. But anyways, on with, it's blowing my mind, man. This is blowing my mind. I don't even. Hey, what's up over here now? Something that I always think of is like, how how old was Jamie Lee Curtis in this? 19. She's 19. That's not a 19-year-old. Like, dude, whose grandmother dressed her? Why is she dressed like that? And people didn't look like that in the 70s and 80s. Like they couldn't have. Whose grandmother dressed Jamie Lee Curtis? She is 19 years old. Like, dude, hold on. Look at her. Look at her. That's not a 19-year-old. Girl is dripless. Dripless. Like, like, bro, I do not see it. I do not see it. For everyone that has like a crush on Jamie Lee Curtis, first of all, I only knew her like in her later roles. So all I see when I look at Jamie Lee Curtis, and she's a good looking gal. Don't get me wrong, but she's also one of those people who like don't age. Kind of like Paul Rudd, but more like I don't know, but like you always have seen them old. So yeah, that's just every time I see this, it's just like this is the lamest girl they could have picked. The nerdiest, lamest doik of a girl. Like I'm gonna take her lunch money. You know? Oh my god, I can't even with this girl, man. Hey, Memo. But anywho, that's yeah. It's just every single time, and I've said it. I think I said it in one of my. No, I never said it in a video. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis looks like if you used magic to bring a book to life. Not like a specific book. I'm saying, like, you know how like you like have movies where the magic brings like an animal to being a human. Jamie Lee Curtis looks like if you used magic to transform a book into a human being, specifically in this movie.
You know something I've never gotten? Bullies are just like traditional, like give me your lunch money bullies. I know I was just joking about like, oh Lori, I would take her lunch money, but I was joking about that. Okay, like traditional bullies are the lamest motherfuckers on earth. You know, these kids are like bullying. What is his name? Not Lonnie. Lonnie was the kid who he was saying. I forget his name already. But they're bullying this kid, right? And they're like, he's gonna get you, the boogeyman. The boogeyman's gonna like in every like bullying is cringe, dude. Both in movies, shows, and in real life. Like times I've seen it in real life, I'm just like, are you serious? Are we actually doing this? Are we bullying? You know? I don't know, man. I'm just it's cringe. It's always like the lamest shit on earth, especially in movies, because like movies are kind of like dramatized anyways. But like even in real life, it's the lamest shit on earth. You know, they should have had Michael be like not a bad driver per se, but like very jokey and not smooth, because he's like just cruising around town right now and like perfectly, you know, in a mask, which, I mean, you can drive in a mask, but I'm just saying, Bo was just cruising. You know, I'm not saying make him, like, run over curbs or anything, you know, none of this, I'm just a girl. But, like, make him be kind of jerky, like erratic, not erratic, but, like, you know, when you're in somebody's car and they turn like this rather than like this, make him turn like that, you know? I mean, he hasn't driven before. I mean, Loomis said something about like, oh, unless somebody was giving him lessons, which maybe I don't really think he meant that, but like, say somebody was giving him lessons because they were trying to get him to interact with people and blah blah blah. I don't know, man, but I'm just saying, make him a bad driver. You know something? I am way too paranoid to let any of that happen to me. First of all, I'm at the point. I'm pretty early in the movie. I'm at the point where Michael is following Laurie and Annie through town, right? And he's literally driving like maybe 2 car lengths max behind them. I don't know how the hell they did not notice that. Even if you're happy go lucky, carefree, blah blah blah, like couldn't it be me, bro? Couldn't it be me? I notice when people follow me for like 5 minutes. You know, like if we could be driving down a straight road with no turns, and I'm like, that's me looking in the mirror. I'm like, who's following me? You know what I mean? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Something else that's like wild. Yeah, it's recording. Something else that's like wild to think about is Michael's 20. He's 21 because while the TV stuff isn't canon, I'm gonna kind of consider it canon anyways. Cause like screw you, I can do what I want. They say that at his like in the movie they don't give a specific age, but in the TV stuff they say at his 21st birthday he's to be tried or whatever, and like this was what they were going to go do before he escaped. But you know what I'm saying? So he's 21 doing all this. Like I don't know why, but that's just so young. You know, you think of like killers being like in their 40s, I guess. I don't know. Does anyone else think of killers in their 40s? But I'm just saying, Bo is like 21. Like, get a job. I was wrong. They do state it. They just stated it there. It was like I got this boy when he was I met this boy when he was 15 years ago and blah blah blah. So yeah, they do say it. But what I'm saying is like kind of strange to think about it. So two things. Very important commentary. She is washing one outfit in the laundry right now. Her shirt, pants, and her like overshirt that she had on before. She is washing one outfit in the laundry, which first of all is wasteful. Second of all, chick really took the whole thing of like laundry detergent and was like it was 2 shots of vodka, you know, it was like she don't give a fuck who pays the bills, man. She don't give a fuck whose time pick it. I can't. Oh, it got me, man. You know, I'm just imagining like watch somebody be in my house, fucking wasting my water bill, fucking wasting an entire half of a box of. Ooh, it got me. It got me. I don't know if this is supposed to be like quote unquote the point, but Annie is a terrible babysitter, a bad friend, a bad influence. She's out here giving fucking oh my god. She's giving like Laurie like I don't know if it's pot, I don't know if it's a cigarette, but it was like a cigarette that was like yellow, not normal colored. I don't know. Not to mention, like I said, she's using the laundry machine to wash one outfit and using like half the fucking thing of fucking detergent. And now, like she's pushing the little kid onto her friend. Um, what's the little girl's name? I don't know, I forgot. But anyways, she's pushing the little girl onto her friend to watch her there so she can go hook up with her boyfriend. Like, she's a bad person, dude. Oh my god. Like, bitch. She's a bitch. Oh my god. First of all, if I was the parents, I would be so fucking mad, dude. If I was the parents of this little girl and I came home and I'm like, where's my daughter? Where's the babysitter? You know, excuse me. I'd be so mad. I'd be like, yo, hello there. But I would be, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'd be like, where the fuck's my daughter, bro? This is a very slow movie. I'm trying to appreciate it for its slowness. Kind of like The Strangers. The Strangers 2009 is a very slow movie. And I appreciate that for its slowness. But, like, this is just a really slow movie. There's a lot of stuff that's just kind of, like, taking its time. And, yep, she just realized, she was like, wait a second. Anyways, but, like, whew. Now, I will say this. Hold on. I should probably pause this because there's no way I'm not gonna get copyright struck. I get copyright struck like 3 times a week, bro. I'm not trying it with Halloween. But no, this scene right here shakes me to my core. Custom baby seal leather boots. You know what I mean? Hold on. Alright, this is the scene I'm talking about right here. I'm going to try to not get copyright struck, so I'm gonna zoom out and I have it on mute. I'm doing everything I possibly can. But this scene right here scares me to death, bro. Like, you see this? And then watch the back seat. Watch the back seat. Again, I have to talk the whole. Whoa! You see how fast he fucking got up? Like, that's insane. Whole movie, he's been like slowly stalking around. Only seen like walking and standing and looking, and then all of a sudden you get that like, that like fast, and then he gets into action. Like, holy shit, Bo was moving. Bo knew how to move. Damn, they really got the cucka lantern over here. So two, excuse me. So two things, right here. Again, it's on mute, so just bear with me. But alright, so this scene, right? This is after Laurie is like running from Michael and stuff like that. She runs to the neighbor's house, right? And wait for it to play. Hold on. There we go. Okay, and she's like, help me, hello, oh. Hello, help me, man, please help me. And, like, this bitch, she closes the blinds, turns the light off, and is like, nah, I'm good. Like, holy shit, talk about not my problem. Like, dude, like, I understand, like, maybe you don't want to get involved, or well, no, I don't understand. Like, if somebody was, like, screaming and pounding on my door saying, like, please help me, like, I'd at least do more than just one of these. Peel out the blinds, you know what I mean? This right here is like a masterclass. I hope my camera actually is able to pick it up. So, just the watch. Look at him! Oh my god! That is that is holy shit. Like, oh my god, that is like, I mean, that is just like peak cinema, peak editing, peak cinema, peak cinema. You know, just the slow fade in of the mask and him himself. I mean, all it is like the actor doing one of these. You know, but it's just so effective. It's so effective, you know, just like, ooh, you know, it is so effective. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, and then one more thing. This is the only thing that I guess I would consider kind of like, hey, spoiler alert, I guess, because it's not really like the spoilery film. It's kind of just like a film. But you just straight up see Michael's face. Like, hold on, let me fast forward. Again, this is on mute, so yada yada. Like, you can see his eyes right there, which, like, who cares? But you straight up see his face. Look at it. It's not even like that's just, like that's just a face in clear view. Look at him. Like, it's so weird to just see his face.
Alright, so, what did I think about it? I really like it, obviously. I mean, that kind of goes without saying. It is a bit of a slog. And I'm saying that as a fan. It is a bit of a slog to get through. It is a very slow movie, just like Strangers 2009. It's a very slow movie. It kind of takes a while to get going. There's a lot of scenes in this where I feel like we really could have found a better way to edit it. You know what I mean? Um, like for instance, let me turn that back off. It was cool without it. Anyways, man, come on. There we go. Anyways, you have a scene straight up where like Annie goes to start the car, right? And the scene is essential to be shot this way, yes, but it's a little long in the tooth too. Anywho, you have it where she goes to like open the door, can't open the door, walks back to get the keys, walks back with keys in hand, goes to open the door, and then gets in the car, and then you see her like kind of like, hey, wait a minute, wasn't this locked? And it's just several scenes like that where it was just necessary the way it was shot, but drawn out the way it was shot. You know, I don't know. And then this movie, oh my god, this movie really loves its phones. This whole movie, everybody is calling each other on their phones every 10 seconds. You know, but no, it's just very slow movie, very slow pace considered, like, compared to the rest of the franchise. You know, which obviously you can't really judge a movie based on what's after it, not before it, so I won't, you know? But no, it's just a slow movie in general, which is not a bad thing, not a bad thing, not a bad thing. Just it's a bit of a slog, and when there's slow movies, if you're not invested in the characters, you're not gonna appreciate the slowness. And that's a little bit of what I had going on with me. I didn't dislike any characters, but all the characters were just kind of like girl, Laurie, kids, you know? I don't know, I wasn't really sucked in and drawn into the characters themselves. But that's okay. However, definitely holds up. Very good. I actually watched this on like 4K fancy, which doesn't really matter considering it's a movie from 1978, so it's not really like they, really had any effects or anything, but, shut up, man. Always wanted to talk when I'm talking. Typical woman, am I right? Always interrupting. Anywho. But no, definitely give it a shot. And, yeah, that's the end of the movie portion of this. Like I said, there's gonna be like a 2-half part, so, yeah. If you're clocking out here, great to see you. Really love the movie, would recommend it. And it's not even that hard to find, so like track it down if you can find it on something. Anyways, if you're checking out here, I've been Scavenger out. If not, stick around for the second half.
So yeah, good movie. So I have been on a collecting journey of sorts. I have been collecting all of these Halloween movies. I'm only going to show off the first one so far. I think I did show off some of them in an earlier video, but like, you know, I don't know. Anyways, but I'm gonna show them off one at a time, and then as we go through it, I'll show like, when you get to the second one, I'll probably show the first one again and then the second one again. But I won't talk about them. I'll just show them. Otherwise, it'd be very redundant and repetitive. So this is my copy of Halloween 1978, the original, the one, the only, the classic. And I got this from Walmart. It is the Scream Factory one, right? Yeah, it's the Scream Factory one, and that implies, woo, look at that artwork. Look at that classic, nice artwork. I'm trying to not have it be so reflective, but yeah, that is good. That is good. And then on the inside, you get the Blu-ray disc, and let me go ahead and grab that. And then here is the 4K disc. So you get the original artwork on one side, and then like the anniversary artwork, whatever you'd call it, on the other side. And it's pretty cool. See, and then unfortunately though, I don't have the reversible slipcover. Not that I would use it anyways, because all of these have been really mostly using their original artworks. But I don't know. Just would have been nice to have the reversible slipcover, not slipcover, the reversible cover, box art, poster, something. I don't know. Would have been nice. But see, the thing is, like I said, I've been collecting all of these movies, and the editions I'm buying are, because I've already owned these. So what I'm doing is I call it platinuming. I'm platinuming my collection, like a video game, gamers. Whereas I already owned every single one of these movies except for Halloween 5. I never owned that on DVD. But I bought them all on DVD and didn't care about, like, the individuality of each box and stuff like that. Some I had on combo packs, some I had individually, some were, I don't know, not the best quality and stuff like that. So now that I have watched all of it, because that was what it was, is I was trying to watch all of them. I was only concerned with just, like, cracking them out as fast as possible. Now I am, because, like, that was, like, the entry fee. Now I know I'm a fan, so I'm like, okay, now I'll spend some good money on you. You know what I mean? But yeah. So what I'm saying, what was going there? Oh, but I'm, like, collecting all of these movies, and it's really cool. So this one has 4K scan of the original, camera negative, approved by yada yada yada, presented in Dolby Vision, yada. It's got audio commentary with co-writer director John Carpenter and actor Jamie Lee Curtis, or an audio commentary with Dean Cundy, editor Tommy Lee Wallace, and actor Nick Castle, which is Mikey Myers himself. That's actually pretty cool. And then disc 2 has 4K scan, approved, presented by audio, yada yada yada. But it also has The Night She Came Home, which is I believe like a completely Jamie Lloyd, like not Jamie Lloyd, Laurie Strode focused movie. I mean, like documentary, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. And then Halloween Unmasked 2000, I don't know what that is. The TV version additional footage, which I actually talked about. Trailers from Hell, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and radio spots. So, pretty neat, right? Pretty neat. Because that's what's good about these, is that they kind of include everything and have everything in them. So, this is my copy of Halloween 1. And this is the slipcover, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like, not generic, but it's like the slipcover that they had for like just last Halloween is when I bought this particular copy. This whole collection is like a very new collection. I haven't had these for years. So it's pretty fun. But yeah, I've been Scavenger Reviews. And that was my look at Halloween 1978 by John Carpenter. Yeah, pretty good. Again, kind of slow paced, kind of a slog, the boomers are gonna say, like, oh, kids these days don't have attention spans, and they're kind of right in this instance. It was a very slow movie. And mind you, I would just like to point out, I say this in, like, so many of my videos, I watched 2001 A Space Odyssey and loved it. I didn't get on my phone once during that movie. You know? That whole review I shot it, like, after the fact. I think. I don't remember. I could be completely wrong. Somebody prove me wrong in the comments. But I've been Scavenger Reviews, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is my kitty. And yeah, see you later.